trying to live stream now, so you can look up the video on the live stream. What you want to do today? You definitely want to do that today because we'll be doing trying to do code. There'll be more code than probably we're used to writing in a single class. That's why I chose to do this for a long class. So definitely help the live stream code off. And the goal of today is we want to be able to make our player place down blocks. Right? We're going to destroy blocks. So we can break blocks down and place blocks and build them. The big part of Minecraft is looking out blocks. That's what we're going to have today. Now let's go to have one player character. So far the coding just on the block itself. All the code. Now everybody calls on Livestream. First person character, and it's also code. What I want you to do is I want you to scroll down to the bottom of all this code to the area that's called spawn projectile. This is the code responsible for the gun working. Why we're down here is because we're going to copy some of this code and use it for spawning our block. Why? Well, the act of shooting the gun is pretty similar to the act of placing down the block. You have to make some new object to your right part of the player. Every player presses the button. That's what we'll walk to. Our gun's already doing that, so we're going to modify that code that it works like that. For the Minecraft project, go on our first So what we're going to do right off the bat is scroll down. I want you to stay near the spawn projectile code, but scroll kind of just to the bottom where there's some room to write our own unique code. And I want you to right click and you can type in custom event and click add. Or no, not like place block. There you go. I want you to go up to that spot, go towards the end of it, and you're going to see that there's one node at the end of that. Spawn a lot of wires going into it. I want you to click it and copy it. Click spawn actor, first person. Click it, Command C, and then go down to the event we just made and Command V. Node for creating an object. Spawning object. For right now, it's spawning for a bullet. I'm going to change that by clicking on this thing that says flags, the drop down, and then type in the name of your block, AP block, into now we spawn our blueprint. And I'm going to file where we spawn this code looks a little crazy. So what I want you to do now is I want you to give us over to spawn BP block over to the right. There's a lot of room to work with this in. What we're going to do is copy right here on projectile. Definitely looks like dragging, and everything on my screen right now that's highlighted. That's what you're going to copy. So if you did it right, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 unique blueprint nodes. So it's get world rotation, first person character, gun offset, rotate vector, get world location, sphere, plus sign, make transform, all those. We're just going to highlight and then copy it at once. Okay. All right. So once you've got that, and that's the code's been highlighted, just Command C. We're not changing any of this code, by the way. They weren't changing the gun code. We're leaving this alone, so we're copying it. The gun code, we like how that works. That's how we're able to delete blocks. But we're going to do Command C, and then scroll down. Now we're over by our custom event and Command V. All that stuff. So now you've got all of this blueprint craziness going on here. Now, we're going to start by going towards the end of this code where we have our spawn after blueprint block. And we're going to go ahead and connect these right away. So you can see we have this spawn after and hit a spawn transform, right? And then we just pasted the end of all that code. That's the value. Let that return value. Spawn. That's it for that. So now what we got to do is we got to modify this code that we made. This code is great for the gun, but it's not going to make sense for a block that we want to do. So let's go towards the code that we pasted to get a good view of all of it. And the first thing I want you to do is on our make transform into that code. We have this thing called rotation, and our blocks don't need to be rotated. In fact, it would be very odd if they do rotate. In Minecraft, blocks they never change their rotation whatsoever. The only thing that blocks change is their location. Minecraft blocks, they also never change their scale, right? They're always the exact same size no matter what. So, and even if it's like, oh, it looks like it's, like a stair block. Oh, it looks smaller. No, it still fits exactly into that grid. They're always the same size. So we're going to leave scale alone. All I do is want to disconnect the rotation, because again, we don't want our blocks to rotate when we place them down. So to disconnect a wire that's connected to something, all you do is just two ways to do it. You could right-click where the connection happens. So if I right-click on rotation, and then I can hit break links, That'll do it. So you can go ahead and do that. But the way I like to do it is a shortcut. It's, it took me forever to finally learn, and then I learned it and never went back. So if you hold Alt and click on that thing, it'll also break the wire. So hold Alt and click, or right click and hit break links. And that way, rotation now should say 0, 0, 0. That's fine. That's fine. What I want you to do next is I want you to take a look over and a little bit towards the right, and you'll see there's this thing called gun offset. Okay. So click on gun offset. In the details panel, you'll see it has like a certain number here. It's gun offset 100 for X, 0 for Y, Z minus 10. What that's doing is if you spawn something at 0, 0, 0, that means you spawn in the middle of whatever spawn is. You spawn in the middle of the player's chest. Right? So good. So you want to spawn more gun bullets, you want to block a certain number of units away. So what they did with their code, the gun, what this gun offset is doing is saying, hey, 100 units in front of the player and 10 units down. That's what the negative Z is. That's where I want you to spawn the bullet. We want to do something similar, but not exactly, because if we do like 10 units down, it'll mess up our grid. So what I want you to do is to delete this gun offset. Not the variable, just delete it from our blueprint code itself. Click it and then hit delete. Alright. But we still want to offset where our block spawns. So where it says now, it says the A channel of rotate vector, X, Y, Z, and all zeros. For X, make sure it's 100. And that way the block doesn't spawn in the middle of us. Make sure X is 100. All right. Next, what I want you to do is I want you to go towards the make transform again. Take a look at make transform. And I want you to move make transformer over to the right. Even some more. You might need to move your spawn blueprint over a little bit too, because we're gonna need some room to go in between this plus function, right? This plus node and our make transform. We're gonna put some stuff in between here. Okay, so give us some room. And what we need to put in between here is we need to put the stuff that's responsible for making our blocks snap to that grid, right? So far, when we've been dragging blocks into our world, we've been using that 100 meter, 100 centimeter, right? Grid snapping, so that no blocks ever overlap each other, and there's never any seams between the block. Well, that works in the level editor, but we need to make sure that when the player places something down, it also snaps that exact same grid. Otherwise, we'll have blocks going in crazy places and overlapping each other and like that. So that's what this is going to be about. So first off, I just showed you how to disconnect the wire. Let's disconnect the wire that's leading this plus output into our main transform. Let's go ahead and disconnect it. You can do that by hitting Alt, wire, or right. And what I want you to do now is I want you to, it's like this yellow circle, right click on that yellow circle. Hit something called split struct pin. What the heck does that mean? Split struct pin just means, hey, take a variable. If there's a variable that has several numbers in it, several things in it, let's see what all the things are. Okay, so that yellow variable is called a vector, right? Vector is just a 3-number variable. like X, Y, and Z. And when we split it, we get our X, Y, and Z. It breaks it up into its individual components, okay? Which is useful because we want to maybe do something only with the X, but not do something with Y. We want something only with Z. So anyway, now you have X, Y, and Z. Next thing I want you to do is drag off of the X and type in snap to grid. You want to choose options to snap to grid that comes up. So now your X is going into this location marked with the snap to grid function, the snap to grid node. And on the grid size, I want you to make sure that that is at 100. So change it from 0 to 100. And I want you to do the same thing for Y and Z. So you can copy and paste. Just make sure you're doing the exact same thing. Y is going to go into a location. Grid size is 100. Copy, paste. Same thing. So you should have 3 snap to grids then. I kind of stacked mine on top of it. Yes, they're all set to 100, yep. Alright, so we had that one number before, we split it into 3. How do we make it go back into its original? So what we want is we want all these numbers to recombine and go into this thing called location. And simplest way we can do this is just right-click on the circle for location and split that one as well. It's going to give you X, Y, and Z. Plug in your X, your Y, your Y. So now the code is recombined. We modified it to recombine. The next thing I want you to do is just take a look at your spawn actor. And where it says spawn actor block, where it says collision handling, make sure that you change that from whatever the default is to always spawn ignore collisions. Changing it to always spawn ignore collisions. The reason we're doing that is if it's sometimes your blocks will be colliding into another block. You don't want it to just not spawn. Okay. We don't have to worry about collisions really because right now we've already set it up so it's really only spawn every 100 units. So you're not going to see that spot right. So just make sure it says always spawn ignore collisions. We're actually almost done. The last thing I do is not even blueprint related. I just want to make it so that your character can jump a little higher, because when you place a block down on the ground, you jump, place another block, and stack yourself up like you do in Minecraft. By default, your character doesn't jump that high. So go ahead and click character movement to the left here. Character movement. And then in the details, this is all the details, by the way, of how your character moves, walking speed, swimming speed, anything, air, friction, gravity, all that sort of thing. But you want to set this setting, it's called jump Z velocity, from 420, I think it is, to 600. 600 means you'll be able to jump high enough to be able to jump above a block. Just changing jump Z velocity to 600. All right, now the very, very final thing we need to do, and it's something you completely know how to do already, we need to trigger that place down block code when the player wants to. So we just should bind it to a key. Like how about we'll do the E key. So when the player presses E, we call our custom event. Real simple. Just right-click. So right-click somewhere on your blueprint graph. Type in E key. E key comes up. Drag off of pressed, and then just type in the name of the event we just spent, the last 10 minutes working on. Just type in the name of it. Place block down or something, right? And that's it. That's it. Hit play and see if you can place blocks now. Really good example of lava here.